Ever wondered how to make the perfect prosciutto and arugula pizza at home? Well, today's your lucky day. All you need is some pizza dough, a dash of olive oil, a spread of tomato sauce, a handful of mozzarella cheese, a few slices of prosciutto, and a sprinkle of fresh arugula. It's a simple yet delicious recipe that will turn your kitchen into a pizzeria. With the right ingredients and steps, you can make this delicious pizza at home. The first step involves preparing the pizza dough. This is where the magic of our prosciutto and arugula pizza begins. Grab your pizza dough, it's time to give it some shape. For an authentic pizzeria experience, we're going to roll it out. Keep the thickness to your preference, thin for a crispy crust or a bit thick for a soft, fluffy one. Now let's introduce our dough to some olive oil. We brush the dough with a generous layer of this golden goodness. Not only does it add a rich flavor, but it also helps the dough to get that beautiful golden brown color we all love. A little tip here, make sure to brush right to the edges. It helps to seal in the moisture for a delightful crust. And there you have it, your pizza dough is ready for the toppings. This simple yet essential step is the foundation of our delicious pizza journey. Now, it's time to bring in the flavors with our toppings. Imagine the pizza dough as a blank canvas ready to be transformed into a masterpiece. First, we'll need to lay down the foundation, the tomato sauce. This vibrant red layer will not only provide a base for our toppings, but also a moist, flavorful barrier that prevents the crust from becoming soggy. So let's generously ladle on the sauce, spreading it evenly across the dough, leaving a small border for that perfect crust. Next up, the mozzarella cheese, the stringy, melty goodness that holds everything together. Grab a handful of this creamy delight and sprinkle it liberally over the sauce. Don't be shy, this is your pizza. If you want a cheesy pie, go for it. As the cheese melts in the oven, it's going to envelop the other ingredients, creating a wonderful, gooey harmony of flavors. Now, let's introduce the star of our show, the prosciutto. This Italian dry-cured ham is all about the balance between saltiness and sweetness. Take your thin slices of prosciutto and arrange them on top of the cheese. There's no wrong way to do this. You can lay them flat, or you can create little rosettes for a more sophisticated look. As the pizza bakes, the prosciutto will become slightly crispy, its rich, savory flavor amplified by the heat. This is more than just adding ingredients to dough. It's about layering flavors, creating a symphony of taste that will explode in your mouth with every bite. It's about the love we put into our food, the joy we feel when we share it with others. And just like that, our pizza is dressed and ready for the next step. It's a beautiful sight, isn't it? The vibrant red of the sauce, the creamy white of the mozzarella, and the inviting pink of the prosciutto, all coming together in a mouth-watering display of culinary artistry. Now, our pizza is ready to go into the oven. The next step is to bake the pizza until the crust is golden and the cheese is melted. Now, this is where the magic truly happens. The transformation from raw ingredients to a delicious, mouth-watering pizza takes place in the heat of the oven. We're aiming for a preheated oven at around 475 degrees Fahrenheit. Why this temperature, you ask? Well, a higher temperature ensures that our pizza crust gets that perfect golden color and crisp texture while melting the cheese beautifully. Remember, we're not just cooking here, we're crafting an experience. Slide your pizza into the oven gently. We don't want to disturb the carefully arranged toppings. The aroma of the baking pizza will soon fill your kitchen, a tantalizing preview of the feast to come. The baking duration can vary depending on your oven, but generally, around 12 to 15 minutes should do the trick. Keep a close eye on it though. We're looking for a crust that's turned golden brown, and cheese that's bubbling and has started to get those gorgeous little brown spots. Once your pizza reaches this stage, it's time to take it out of the oven. Be careful, it's hot. Now you might be tempted to dive right in, but hold your horses. There's one final flourish to go. After baking, our pizza is almost ready. The aroma of baked dough, melted cheese, and prosciutto is a siren call, but we'll resist, for now. Next up, we'll be adding the finishing touches. Stay tuned. The final touch to our pizza is topping it with fresh arugula. Now that we've pulled our golden, cheesy masterpiece from the oven, it's time to add that final, vibrant layer of flavor. Fresh arugula is the secret weapon in our prosciutto and arugula pizza. It's not just a garnish, it's a key ingredient. With its peppery, slightly bitter taste, arugula adds a refreshing contrast to the rich, salty prosciutto and the creamy, melted mozzarella. It's a burst of freshness that truly elevates the pizza to another level. To top the pizza, wait for it to cool down a bit. You don't want the arugula to wilt too much from the heat. When it's just right, scatter a generous handful of fresh arugula leaves all over the pizza. The heat from the pizza will slightly wilt the arugula, releasing its aroma and flavor. Now, let's turn this pizza pie into pizza slices. For that, you'll need a pizza cutter or a large sharp knife. Start from the center and cut outwards, making sure each slice has an even amount of toppings. Aim for about 8 slices for this pizza, but you can adjust based on how big or small you want your slices to be. And there you have it, a perfectly baked prosciutto and arugula pizza, topped with a fresh layer of arugula and cut into delicious, mouth-watering slices. It's a symphony of flavors and textures, all brought together in one heavenly pie. In recap, we've rolled out our dough, brushed it with olive oil, spread tomato sauce, added mozzarella cheese and prosciutto slices, baked it to golden perfection, and finally topped it with fresh arugula. Each step is essential to creating this delicious pizza, and that's how you make a perfect prosciutto and arugula pizza at home. Enjoy your meal.